Brothers and sisters, fellow revolutionaries, the end has come for me. And I do not know whether or not I will even have time to get this video out. Right now they are plotting, making up their minds. And soon, it will be over for me. Humanity has lost so much to the New World Order and has paid a dear price just for living on this planet. My people especially. And there is no excuse for it. I've made up my mind for over a year now that I will not go peacefully, and that they will take me out. And by now they have pieced it together that that is the case. But know this, when they do come, they will have targeted me unfairly. For how could they justify their surveillance? How could they justify their covert drugging? How could they justify any of it? What laws would allow them to watch me in my room where I change? Where for all they know I have rendezvous with women, not only putting my privacy in jeopardy, but whoever I may bring back here. What possible justification could they have to treat an innocent man like those in the penitentiaries? I'm not part of any terrorist group. I make videos advocating insurrection, yes. But does that justify them watching me? How many rappers, how many political activists advocate the same thing? Does that justify them putting a camera in all of our homes? Where do they draw the line? They have no evidence. For even if I were to have things that I shouldn't have, how could they know what they are? If per se I had some white powdery substance, how could they know it's not sugar? If I had a firearm, how could they know that it is not legal and belongs to someone else? If I had marijuana, how could they know that I don't have a cannabis card? And if they did know these things, then know this: I am being targeted unfairly. For 1% of America is Muslim. There are countless militias, hate groups, and gang members who also share a belief in the use of violence, even political violence. So then why would they target me unfairly? If this was the case, to cover all the odds and ends, they have no right to do what they've been doing. And when they make their move, and it does seem that it would be soon, they had no right to make it. So therefore, when your government is targeting you illegally, unfairly, and for political reasons, highly political reasons, it behooves you to resist. I am a man of great honor, a man of great principle, and the greatest principle of all is to die for a deep devotion, a deep belief, a deep faith in the Lord. So when they come for me and label me a terrorist, just like Jesus of Nazareth, just like John the Baptist, when they come for me for the same reasons as they came for the prophets and anyone else who loves truth and would stand by what they believe instead of cower behind the cover of bootlicking, I'm prepared to resist by any means necessary. Whether they plant evidence, whether they collect it in an illegal fashion, if it did exist, this does not concern me. It's just like they say in Palestine, I resist, therefore I exist. One could interpret this as, if you don't resist, then you are part of the oppression, and you are not an individual. You are just a piece of the collective oppressive force that we call the New World Order. I resist, and therefore I exist. They will come for me, and when they do, I will think of all the great warriors who have died for what they believe. It will not be insanity that makes it so I do not back down. I will think of all the righteous men and all the innocent people who have suffered for their resources, oil, banking, diamonds, gold, precious metals, opium, drugs. I will think of all the righteous who await me in heaven. Now, if following the principles of righteousness, defiance of evil, defying evil, if following the principles of being a man leads to me being called a terrorist or mentally ill, take note that your mental health system has betrayed you, and anyone who would promote, depend, or reference mental health they are not your friend. They are traitors. Mental health is the big cash cow for the New World Order. That's a dead giveaway. If people say we need more mental health, we need to treat these people instead of, no, we need to treat the ills in society. There's nothing wrong with the people. God made the people in his image. Thank you very much. And any mistakes he made, it is because it was meant to be, and they are few and far between, I assure you. I have studied psychiatry for 21 years, and when these lowly dogs come for me, I have been waiting for them. I have been prepared for this eventuality for almost 2 years now. I am the top martial artist in California, and I am being persecuted for my political views, and I have let them detain me unfairly. I have allowed them to abuse me without harming a hair on their head. But now it is time to work. Now it is time to fight. Now it is time for the final battle. If fighting for freedom makes you a terrorist, then I am a terrorist. If knowing the truth about mental health and refusing to submit to it makes me insane, then I am insane. If defying Babylon makes me an enemy of the state, then that's what I am. I am one of many men of honor who have been called to battle by the Almighty. We have heard the trumpets. We have heard the percussive instruments, the drum beat, the African beat of war. And we are all Africans. And those of us who acknowledge it, those of us who are truest to this bond that puts us all in the same category as human beings, as children of God, those of us who are truest to God and who we really are, we cannot ignore the drums of war. We must accept our fate, no matter how much we have going for us, no matter how much potential we have, no matter how much fun we would have if we had turned a blind eye or backed away from our divine responsibility. For Chike, for my son, I am ready, Babylon. I am ready whenever you are.